Hey everybody, thanks for watching this short video. I just wanted to take a second today to kind of go over some things that I saw when I was grading the Martin Luther King Jr. speech analysis. The first thing is I noticed quite a few people were answering the question about where the speech was by saying, Martin Luther King Jr. gave the speech in Washington, D.C. Now, yes, technically that's correct, but I was really hoping to get a little bit more specific information. If you're in that boat of where was the speech given, look for exactly where in Washington, D.C. It's on like the first page. That'll help y'all out with the first question. The next question that a lot of people had a problem with was related to what is the call to action? What was the so what of Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech? Now, a call to action is literally what the audience can do to help the idea. In order to get a little bit of a better understanding, I want to use an example of a company that I am fairly active with. Now, this company is called POW. POW. You might see their stickers. I've got a bunch of them on my car. Now, that's an acronym. It stands for Protect Our Winters. That's what it stands for, right? And this organization, their whole point, their idea for all of their advertisements is to slow global warming. There's the idea. They want to slow down global warming. They don't want it to happen anymore. The speaker is them. The speaker is POW, that organization itself. They're speaking this idea that we need to slow down climate change, and largely it's because there's no snow. There's not as much snow as there used to be, and this company's idea is slow down climate change so we can keep our winters, we can protect the powder, and we can keep skiing and snowboarding. Now the audience is me. I'm a person that loves to ski and to snowboard, so I care about protecting our climate because I want there to be snow. But when I look at an advertisement for Protect Our Winters, I can't make climate change stop. I don't have that power. My car is somewhat efficient, sure, but I still have to drive. I'm creating pollution, so the call to action isn't the same as the idea. They can't tell me, stop pollution, stop global warming, because I, as the audience, I am powerless. So we have to ask ourselves, what is the call to action? What is it that I can do as an audience member to actually help with climate change? Now, depending on the advertisement, POW has a lot of different call to actions. They could ask me to donate. They could ask me to volunteer. They could ask me to call a governor. And that's really the three call to actions that they have. I could donate my money. I could volunteer. I could call the governor. But those are three things that I can do. I can actually act on these things in order to figure out a way to help change the environment so that I can keep skiing. And that's how it relates to the idea of these advertisements. Now, I know that's kind of a random example, but let's take another quick look at the Martin Luther King Jr. document, and let's look at what is his call to action. Because a lot of people said that the call to action was to get rid of racism and to get rid of segregation. Now, that is his idea, but that's too big for anybody in the audience to do themselves. You can't just say, poof, no more racism. There has to be smaller steps. There's kind of two call to actions in this speech, and both of them show up as commands. It's an imperative sentence. Do this, do your homework, study. That's what we always have to look for a call to action. It's a command from the speaker to the audience. And if you've watched this long in the video, I'm literally going to give you the answer. It's right here. Go back to Mississippi, go back to Alabama, go back to South Carolina, go back to Georgia, go back to Louisiana, go back to the slums and ghettos of our northern cities, knowing that somehow the situation can and will be changed. All he's saying in that call to action is go home and be hopeful. That's all he's saying. He's not saying go protest. He's not saying fight. He's just saying know that it can change. It's a small call to action to ask people, to command people to be hopeful and go home, but that's all it is. Go home. Be hopeful. That's his first call to action. Now, this is a weird speech because it was typically supposed to end right here. Now, he kind of improvised the second part of this speech, and because of that, he actually improvised and gave us a secondary call to action. As we look for this second call to action, we need to ask, where is he commanding us to do things? And it's right here. Let freedom ring. Let freedom ring. Let freedom ring. Let freedom ring. That's his other call to action to us. Let freedom ring. He doesn't want you to go get arrested. He doesn't want you to get hit with a fire hose or something in a riot. He wants you to have hope or let freedom ring. And I tell you what, take one of those two call to actions, the first one or the second one, put it in that document, that assignment, the speech analysis that you turned into me, resubmit it, and I'll give you that point up to 100% back for any corrections. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it, folks. Have a great day. Please let me know if you have any questions. I would love to help.